We welcome Gunnar back for the second straight year, and he's going to go to questions. We're going to start right here on the left side in the back row.
You know, Gunnar, early this morning you were talking about how you don't really read social media, but if you did, you'd see a lot of criticism of Mike Bobo. Why do you have faith in Mike to be, not just your play caller, but your developer and so forth at Georgia?
Yeah, Coach Bobo, I think he gets the best out of everybody. I know he gets the best out of me and all my teammates. Because, a lot of people that have criticism, they don't get to see the day in, day out thing that Coach Bobo does. He barely sleeps during the week, during the game week, but they don't see all the work he puts in, the love he has for the university, the love he has for my teammates and me. And I truly don't think nobody understands how hard he works. And I think he's the best play caller in the country. And I'm just really excited for this season.
Front row and then pass it back.
Gunnar, after the way last year ended, what's the biggest lesson this team has carried throughout the offseason, and how motivated is this team entering this year?
Yeah, it's been a great offseason. I think the biggest part is just the excitement we all have for this year. Last year it definitely didn't end up the way we wanted it, but we came off a FCC win in the championship, but definitely didn't end up where we wanted. But we've had a great offseason so far. We put a lot of sweat in the bucket, and we've connected a lot, and I'm excited. We've had a great summer so far. We're about to go into fall camp, so we're going to lead into that.
Second row and then pass it back.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports Draft Nation here in Tampa. Obviously, team goals are at the top of your list. What individual goals do you aspire to get that team to that next level?
This offseason, I'm really focused on, my body, just trying to get where it needs to be. I've kind of got, with the nutritionist, just trying to get my body. We've done DEXAs, and I've kind of got my body fat lower to where it's the best I've had it. And I've kind of got to where I'm weighing like 217. And during the season, I dropped down to like 207. So with football, like during the season, everybody loses a little bit of weight and trying to maintain that. But just kind of getting my body where it needs to be and getting in the training room, getting, stretching, doing all the stretching I need to do, and just getting my body right for the season has been a big part.
Third row, then pass it.
Yeah, Gunnar, Evan Kamiko, News 9, Oklahoma City. New face in the cornerback room in Gentry Williams from Norman. What have you seen from him assimilating to the team in Athens?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I think the biggest part is he came in here and worked, and he's a great player, obviously, but even better player. I mean, even better person. And, just getting to see him and going to play against him and 7-on-7 stuff we've done this offseason, and just the workouts, just seeing all the work he puts in, it's been awesome.
Third row and then pass it.
Trevor Denton with Way 31. Gunnar, you mentioned the SEC championship. Why do you think that second matchup with Alabama went so differently from the first one earlier in the season? What do you think contributed to that?
I think one, we probably played a little bit better, but I think we had a good week of prep. Going into a week, I feel like we have a good week of prep and doing everything the right way. We set ourselves up for success, and but really just trying not to, you can't. One game doesn't. If you play the teams 2 times, it doesn't translate. So you have to show up every week and play your best and put your best foot forward.
On the aisle.
Tyler Shaw with KBTX in Bryan College Station. What was your experience like at the Manning Passing Academy, just being around so many of your peers? And then what have you seen from Marcel Reed?
I actually, me and Marcel, we were roommates this past year. So he's a great guy. And it's pretty neat with the Manning camp. Not only are you there with the Mannings, I think the Mannings, when you think of football, you think of, the Mannings, getting to see Mr. Archie, getting to see Peyton, Eli, Cooper, and just getting to know, all the success that they've done and had, getting to hear from them, and, obviously getting to see, I think there was 43 quarterbacks there. So, we all have the same job at the end of the day. So it's nice to be able to talk to other quarterbacks and getting to see what they've been through.
Right side on the aisle.
Gunner, Joey Johnston from the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. As you know, the Georgia-Florida game will be in Atlanta this year. It'll be in Tampa the year after that. Are you looking forward to that? What do you think that'll do for this rivalry game to have it in sites like that?
I hadn't thought much about it. I know it's in Atlanta. Right now, that'll be a little bit ways away, but I'm kind of focused on, we're going through mini camp right now, about to go into fall camp, so that's kind of my main focus right now.
Second row on the end.
You're standing in the tunnel at Sanford Stadium. Between the hedges, all those dog fans are just barking, going crazy. Do you still get goosebumps?
Absolutely. It definitely, when you are standing in the tunnel and see everybody, all you can see is kind of that upper row and all the fans up there. You see red and black. It definitely gets you chill bumps, and it's pretty neat to be like, hey, this is what I kind of dreamed of when I was younger. And I think that's the cool part. And some people lose focus on why you fall in love with the game of football, and just being grateful for the opportunity to be. It's me growing up in Georgia, being a Georgia boy, getting to play at the University of Georgia. It's definitely very special.
In the back on the aisle.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV, and Baton Rouge. So much talk right now is about how the SEC is slipping, having not been in a national title contention for the last 3 years. As one of the torchbearers of the program, do you feel that it's incumbent upon Georgia to assert themselves once again at the top of college football?
I don't know about that. I know, at Georgia we do our job, and we just try to do what we know, just kind of do our work. And like I said, we've had a good off season, and at Georgia we just work, and I think that's what Coach Smart's done a great job of, and what we believe in, and I think we've had a good summer so far, and you can't worry about that too much. You just got to do our job, have fun when we do it.
Gunner, thank you very much. Stay healthy this year.
Thank you.
Good to see you.